It seems Keir Starmer and Ursula von der Leyen are having a discussion on whether the UK is still relevant to EU security. I am God. Let's begin by asking Queen Elizabeth to introduce us to the concept of security.
Watts has defined security as a traditional state-centric realist framework of security, namely territorial integrity against military threats. However, the world is changing. Iron, after all, dead. Buzan, Weaver, and de Boer have argued that the EU faces security challenges beyond the traditional military paradigm. Threats in the modern age can take other forms, such as cybersecurity, humanitarian, and even environmental crises. With this expanded definition of security in mind, what role do we have to play in EU security? Prime Minister, make Britain proud.
Let's go back to Earth and see what's going on in Brussels.
Yes, Your Majesty. You see, Ursula, Britain is still important to EU military security. The UK is one of the top contributors to NATO. We have also assisted in issues pertaining to collective European security. There's our sending of Storm Shadow cruise missiles, which arguably galvanized the US and EU to send military aid to Ukraine after the Russian invasion. We may no longer be a part of the EU, but the US has never been a part of the EU. Yet, the US remains an important guarantor of EU military security. And let's not understate the importance of soft power, such as the special relationship we have with the US.
Oh, shut up on that special relationship here.
Well, someone just got interrupted.
You stupid Brit! How can the UK be relevant to EU security without the US? The US could potentially move away from NATO. Their special relationship is as strong as American commitment to NATO. Security is also more than military security. Article 3 of NATO clearly states the maintenance of collective defense capability. There is more to security than military. What about Buzan, Weaver, and Duval from the Copenhagen School of Security Studies, who have presented an expanded definition of security? What about environmental, cybersecurity, so on and so forth?
You interrupting cow, he was just about to get to that!
Your Majesty, I thought you were...
Dad? Guess who I brought? Philip!
How did she... Wait, she brought Philip?
Calm down, Elizabeth. Brexit has forced the UK to develop a closer relationship with the US, and even with the decreased involvement in the EU directly, Tuminski argues the US still uses the UK as a security anchor in the Euro-Atlantic security issues, which underscores the importance of the soft power the UK has. Additionally, the shifting focus of the US makes the UK more relevant to EU security, not less, as it necessitates the elevation of combined UK-French-German leadership. Whitman points out the UK's decade-long security relationship with Ukraine, which allowed the UK to take the lead in assisting Ukraine. The UK does assist with border security issues as well, such as helping Poland with the rebuilding of bridges after flooding in October this year.
Heard that, Ursula?
Don't make me call Liz Truss.
Philip, where I'm going!
The UK continues to act as the launching pad for American involvement in EU security despite Brexit. Even with potentially reduced American involvement in EU security, the importance of British involvement remains essential to the military security of the EU. Individual ties the UK has towards other member nations of Europe maintains British relevance in EU security, not just in the traditional definition of military security, but also the expanded definition of security. Yes, the UK continues to play a pivotal role in EU security.